Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we are actually doing another update on Percy Jackson Season 2. I know my most recent video was also a Percy Jackson Season 2 update, but surprisingly we actually got more news since I most recently posted. We got news of when Season 2 is going to start filming, and based off of this, we can sort of guesstimate a lot of when we're going to see the show actually come out and when we're going to get trailers. So an article from the Midgard Times came out the other day letting us know that Season 2 of Percy Jackson will officially start filming on August 1st of 2024, which is in 2.5 months. Season 2 is expected to take 6 months to film, which is a lot shorter than Season 1. Season 1 took 9 months to film. The shorter duration of filming time for Season 2 is most likely because a lot of the sets that they're going to be using have already been built from Season 1, and they're just going to be reused, so that saves a lot of time. And Season 2 is projected to be done filming on January 30th of 2025. Despite the shorter filming period, post-production of Season 2 is expected to take the same amount of time as Season 1, which was about 8 months long, meaning we can expect Percy Jackson Season 2 around the fall of 2025. About a month ago, I posted a video with what my ideal timeline would be for Percy Jackson Season 2, and that was based off of basically nothing because we had no idea when they were going to start filming. So now I'm going to compare like a more realistic timeline to my estimated timeline from a month ago. I had expected casting announcements to be around May or June, which is seemingly not happening considering we're halfway through May and we have 0 casting updates. However, we do know that casting is currently taking place, so the odds of an announcement before they start filming in August are still pretty high, especially for a character like Tyson who is there at the beginning of the season, assuming they shoot the show chronologically like they did for Season 1. So I do think it's very possible that we could figure out who Tyson is before they start filming. I also expected filming to start around June or July, and I was only about a month off because filming is going to start in August. I also had anticipated filming being done around February or March of 2025. Once again, this is based off the fact that Season 1 took 9 months to film. However, like I said, filming is actually going to wrap in January. Technically February because they say January 30th, which might as well be February, which is still good though because that's about a month ahead of what I originally thought they were going to do. So post-production should probably begin in February of 2025. And if we can assume that post-production is probably the same amount of time as Season 1, that's 8 months, then we could expect post-production to end around October of 2025, meaning that we could get Season 2 at any time between October and December of next year, which is crazy. Now, when can we expect to sort of start to see our first footage from Season 2 of Percy Jackson? Here's how Season 1 sort of rolled out all of its footage. Filming began in June of 2022, and we got our very first teaser trailer at D23 in September of 2022, which is just 4 months after they started filming. And this teaser at D23 was really short. It was like only 50 seconds long. We got our next teaser about a year later in September of 2023, but this teaser was like 1 minute and 30 seconds long, so it was definitely a lot longer. In October of 2023, Percy Jackson brought some footage to New York Comic Con. They had a panel, and at the panel they showed the first 7 minutes of episode 1. They showed the whole capture the flag scene from episode 2, and they revealed a lot of official character posters. We got our first official trailer on November 16th of 2023, and then the show came out December 19th, 2023. So roughly based on how they rolled out Season 1, we can kind of anticipate when we're gonna get stuff for Season 2. So if filming is set to begin in August of this year, we could hypothetically get a small teaser around December of this year. It's important to note, for Season 1, we got our first teaser at D23. However, D23 this year is in August. It's August 9th to August 11th. Season 2 will have been filming for literally like 2 weeks at that point, so I don't think Percy Jackson is going to go to D23, but New York Comic Con is October 17th through October 20th. So by the time New York Comic Con happens, they'll have about 2.5 months of filming under their belt. So it is very possible that Percy Jackson could have a panel at New York Comic Con again, and we could get our teaser there. We could probably expect a longer teaser, like one that's around 1.5 minutes in August of next year. And we could probably expect a full official trailer by October of next year for sure. And that could potentially put Season 2 to be coming out at any point in time between November and December of 2025, but ideally it would come out in November. I do think it's really exciting news that filming is not going to take as long as it did last season for so many reasons, just because if you film faster, you can get to post-production faster. One thing about Season 1 is that you could tell that it took a while for them to film because you could like visibly see Walker growing throughout the episodes of the show. So if Season 2 takes less time to film, I don't think we'll see as much physical change in the kids, which I think is good. Plus, I think that a faster filming schedule really shows that they're just getting better at creating this TV show. It's not their first time doing this anymore. It's not their first rodeo. Like, they kind of have an idea of what they have to do and how fast they have to do it and what exactly they need to get X, Y, and Z done. And they can just do it in a much more efficient manner this time around. And I think as the show gets more and more seasons, we're going to see them be more and more efficient, which I think is really important. Because in TV, like nowadays, it takes so long between seasons to film that it gets kind of irritating. It's not just with Percy Jackson. Bridgerton takes forever to film in between seasons. Stranger Things takes forever to film between seasons. House of the Dragon takes forever to film between seasons. The only show that's like filming at a rapid pace is The Bear, which makes sense because The Bear doesn't really require any sort of CGI like these other shows definitely do. But still, I miss when the time between seasons was much shorter than it is now. So I think it's good to see that Percy Jackson is sort of making an effort to make the gap smaller, even though it's still technically going to be a 2-year gap. But regardless, the fact that they start filming in August is super exciting because I think once they start filming, we're going to be getting a lot of updates, whether that be from Rick himself or from people that find other stuff out about where they're filming and what they're filming. Like last season, we got some updates from people being like, oh, they're filming Percy Jackson here and it was like at a water park. Or like we saw them build set pieces of the lower part of the Empire State Building, so we knew like kind of where they were in filming. Plus, the sooner they start filming, the sooner we can get casting announcements, so that in and of itself is super exciting. But that pretty much does it for this video. I just wanted to let you guys know that we got official news for when they start filming, because I know that when I heard about it, I got super excited. And now we can kind of have a rough idea of when we can expect the show to come out. So now we just get to look forward to it. Let me know if you guys agree with my estimated timeline now that we have an update to it. I think it's very doable, and I definitely think that we can get the show anywhere between October to December of next year. Follow me on all my other social media so you don't miss when I post about anything over there. Check out my podcast that I have with my boyfriend. And also make sure you check out my Patreon. Right now on my Patreon, you can watch all of my full episode reactions to Percy Jackson, along with all commentary tracks to the first season of the show. I also do a lot of reaction videos and commentary tracks to other TV shows over there. It's not just Percy Jackson. So make sure you go check out my Patreon. It's a really great time over there. But that does it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.